that number 7. Cody Smith in that 25C. And if you're not a regular here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, that 25Z, very stout here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Joe Content, a regular in that number 17. Chad Williams looking for that side-by-side start. Green flag out, heat race number 1. Cody Smith on the side of the race. Oh, problems over here in turn number 2. Chad Williams gets a little tap in that number 7. He's into the tractor tire. Not moving. West looking at him. Caution on the speedway. Caution on the speedway. Looked like the 7 car got a little tap from the 17 at Joe Content over there in turn number 1. And, of course, the 7 of Chad Williams getting the worst end of that, getting turned around. So new front row, Joe Content in the number 17, the 25C. Cody Smith looking for that side-by-side start over here off turn number 4. Looks good. Green flag. Look at the Blaines Motor Supply leaderboard. Joe Content down the bottom side of the racetrack grabs the early lead, but here comes the 25C, Cody Smith on the outside down the back straightaway. It might tap just a little bit going into turn number 3. There's Joe Content in that number 17. Leads him off turn number 4. Cody Smith in second. Stephen Ashcraft in the number 56 runs in third, and the 84 of Tom Lorenz in fourth. There's Josh Graham in the number 15 rounding out the top 5. Side by side for that 6th spot. Here comes Wally Beatty on the outside trying to pick up 2 for 1 going into turn number 3. He's got it up to 5th. Wally Beatty now in the number 75 up to 5th. As Joe Content in the number 17, that yellow and red, number 17 continues to lead with the 25C of Cody Smith in second. Stephen Ashcraft in the number 56 continues to run in third, and the 84 of Tom Lorenz in fourth. The race starting to heat up for 5th spot. The 75 of Wally Beatty and the 7 of Chad Williams. Is now the race for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Nose to tail coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Joe Content with about a 6-car length advantage over the 25C of Cody Smith. Here's 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th down the front straightaway. Ashcraft continues to run the top side. Here comes Tom Lorenz and the 84 down on the bottom, side by side for that 3rd spot as they go down the back straightaway. They race into 3, white flag in the air for the 17 of Joe Content. Still racing for 3rd, coming off turn number 4. Ashcraft continues to hang on to that spot. Tom Lorenz in the 84 falls back in line, dives down to the bottom over here in turn 1. Here comes the 75, 3 wide coming off turn 2 for a 2nd as Wally Beatty falls back in line. Here's your leader coming off turn number 4, your winner, the 17 of Joe Content. 2nd spot, the 25C of Cody Smith. 3rd, going to be the 56 of Stephen Ashcraft. 4th, the 84 of Tom Lorenz. And rounding out the top 5, it's going to be the 75 of Wally Beatty. Finishing in 6th is the 7 of Chad Williams. That's the way they finish up heat race number 1 in your Everclear Auto Glass Limited Modified Invitational here tonight at Devil's Bowl Speedway at the Texas Outlaw Nationals. Heat race number 2 in the staging area. Tentative lineup will look like this. The 19 of Jeff McGibney out of Dallas. He'll be on the front row pole position. Outside front row, the 33. That'll be Pepper Kirkendall out of Venus, Texas. 2nd row on the inside, your track champion here at Devil's Bowl Speedway in 2021. The 11 of Eric Luttrell. Outside the V8 of Robert Vetter, a regular in the Sprint Car Series here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. 3rd row on the inside will be the 5. That'll be Brandon Williams out of Tyler. Outside 3rd row, the 86. That'll be Alvin Featherston out of Grand Saline. 4th row on the inside will be the 10S. That'll be Justin Simpson. And the number 1, that'll be Jason Troutman out of Mesquite. That's your lineup. Lights out, looking for the side-by-side start. Coming off turn number 4. Green flag. Side-by-side in turn number 1. Now turn 2. Kirkendall up on the top side of the racetrack. Oh, problems for Troutman in that number 1. Off the racetrack, he started at the back, but exiting the track up there on turn number 2. Pepper Kirkendall, a regular here at Devil's Bowl Speedway on the Saturday night program. We race from March to October every Saturday night here at Devil's Bowl. Kirkendall continues to lead. Jeff McGibney runs in second spot. The V8 of Robert Vetter running in third. Your track champion Eric Luttrell in fourth. Fresh off that Winter Nationals championship a few weeks ago here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, as Brandon Williams in the number 5 takes a peek down to the inside for that fourth spot over here in turns number 1 and 2. Side by side, they continue to run for that fourth and fifth spot as Pepper Kirkendall in that number 33 continues to lead. Drifts up the racetrack. Jeff McGibney can't reel him in. Continues to run in second. The V8 of Robert Vetter in third, and still side by side for fourth with Brandon Williams in the 5 in the 11 car of Eric Luttrell. Williams now with the advantage coming off turn number 2. Some problems over here coming off turn number 2. As the laps wind down here in the second heat race for the limited modified invitational. And they're still fighting it out for that fourth spot. Brandon Williams continues to have a slight advantage over Eric Luttrell in that number 11 as they roll down the back straightaway. Pepper Kirkendall in that green and white number 33 rolls off turn number 4. He'll be looking at the white flag this time. One more time around Devil's Bowl Speedway for Pepper Kirkendall in the number 33. Jeff McGibney runs in second spot. Here comes the V8 of Robert Vetter, picks up the second spot coming off turn number 2. This is it, money lap. They'll be looking at the checkered flag this time coming off turn number 4. Pepper Kirkendall in that number 33 is going to win it. The V8 of Robert Vetter is going to finish in second. The 19 of Jeff McGibney comes home in third. Brandon Williams in that number 5 comes home in fourth. And in fifth spot is the number 11 of Eric Luttrell, and finishing in 6th is the 86 car of Alvin Featherston out of Grand Saline. So that's where we finish up in the limited modified invitational here tonight at Devil's Bowl Speedway, heat races number 1 and 2. Thank you for coming out to the Texas Outlaw Nationals tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Here they are coming off turn number 4, your Everclear Auto Glass limited modified invitational. Thank you, race fans. Sit back and get ready for 15 laps of racing action in your Everclear Auto Glass limited modified invitational tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. The 5 car of Brandon Williams. Wally Beatty in that number 75. On the outside, that red number 75 on the outside of the front row, the 84 of Tom Lorenz, and that white number 84 to the inside of the second row. Stephen Ashcraft in the number 56 out of Forney starts on the outside of the second row. Here we go, looking for that side-by-side start coming off turn number 4. Green flag. Side-by-side they go into turn number 1. Brandon Williams on the bottom side of the racetrack. The 75 of Wally Beatty on the outside. Drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Beatty continues to ride the top side, coming off turn number 4 now. Your leader, the number 75, Wally Beatty. Brandon Williams in the number 5 in second spot. Stephen Ashcraft in the 56 runs in third. Here comes the 25C, Cody Smith down on the inside. Side by side with that number 56 over here in turn number 3. Now coming off turn number 4. Can't do anything with it. Falls back in line. The 25C in 4th spot. Running in 5th, the 84 of Tom Lorenz. 6th, the V8 of Robert Vetter. 7th, the 17 of Joe Content. Wally Beatty in the number 75 continues to lead. The number 5 of Brandon Williams right there in second, but here comes the 25C, Cody Smith down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now up to third, coming off turn number 4, looking for more down the front straightaway, side by side with the number 5 as they go into turn number 1. Cody Smith in the 25C. Brandon Williams right there in the number 5. As Wally Beatty in the 75 continues to lead. Off turn number 4. Wally Beatty has led since the drop of the green flag. Cody Smith started on the third row inside up to second. Here comes Tom Lorenz side by side for that third spot with the number 5 of Brandon Williams. Racing off turn number 4. Oh, little beating and banging between the 17 of Joe Content and the 56 of Stephen Ashcraft. Now side by side for that second for the lead coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Beatty with it, the 25C. Cody Smith wants it. Smith down on the bottom side trying to get by the 75. Can't do anything. The number 14 car directly in front of the leaders as they go into turn number 1. Smith down to the bottom. Wally Beatty up on top. The 14. They split the 14 coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Problems for our track champion, the 11 of Eric Luttrell. Slow on the front straightaway. For the lead coming off turn number 4. The 75 continues to lead, but Cody Smith right there. Eric Luttrell coming to a stop. Caution on the speedway. Caution on the speedway. Seven laps down, 8 to go here in the feature. Now coming off turn number 4, green flag out. Beatty jumps down to the bottom side of the racetrack. The 25C of Cody Smith right there in second. Brandon Williams in the number 5 continues to run in third, but feeling the heat from the 84 of Tom Lorenz as they work off turn number 4. For the lead coming off turn number 4. Cody Smith in the 25C down the bottom side of the racetrack. He keeps it pinned down to the bottom. Wally Beatty on the outside, side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Give the advantage to Wally Beatty by about a bumper as they go into turn number 3. Gets pushed off the racetrack into the marbles. New leader coming down the front straight, the 25C of Cody Smith. Cody Smith with about a 3-car length advantage. Wally Beatty getting a little sideways coming off turn number 2. Opens the door for Brandon Williams in the number 5. Joe Content right there also in the number 17. Problems maybe for the 75. Looks like he has a right rear flat or something. No, it looks like the rear end might be moving around on the 75. Here comes Joe Content, trying to pick up that third spot from the 75 of Wally Beatty. And usually that's not a good thing if there's something moving around. Taking a look once again down the front straightaway, everything looks pretty good this time. But the 25C of Cody Smith has checked out on this one, with Brandon Williams in the 5 running in second. The 75 of Wally Beatty running in third. Side by side for fourth, Joe Content and Tom Lorenz. Joe Content in the 17. Give that spot to Tom Lorenz down the front straightaway in the 84. Tom Lorenz now up to fourth. As all the way from the back, we see the number 1 car of Jason Troutman running in the 8th spot. Also the V8 of Robert Vetter right there in 7th.
All right, the 25C of Cody Smith taking the white flag. Brandon Williams in second. The 75 of Wally Beatty in third. The 84 of Tom Lorenz holding on to that 4th spot ahead of the 17 of Content. Into turn 3 and out of turn 4. Looking at the checkered flag, it's the 25C of Cody Smith. Second's going to go to the 5 of Brandon Williams. Third to the 75 of Wally Beatty. 4th to the 84 of Tom Lorenz. 5th to the 17 of Joe Content. You got the V8 of Vetter. The 15 of Josh Graham. The 19 of Jeff McGibney. And Justin Simpson back in the back. And that's going to be all of that for the Everclear USRA Limited Modified feature. And I think I'm going to turn it back over to Johnny Gibson here. I stepped in for Pete while he's heading downstairs. So I'm going to turn it back over to the man with the voice.
So Peter Roan is headed down for victory lane ceremonies with the limited modifieds here at Devil's Bowl, all part of the Texas Outlaw Nationals.
Let him hear you, Devil's Bowl Speedway, your winner in the Everclear Auto Glass Limited Modified Invitational, Cody Smith in the 25C. Let him hear it. Come on out. He's a little bit microphone shy, but that's all right. We'll break him of that tonight, won't we, Devil's Bowl? Come on up front here. Here he is, Devil's Bowl Speedway. Cody Smith, your winner in the 25C tonight here at Devil's Bowl. Cody, it looks like you had to put you started third row on the inside. You got side by side with the number 75, Wally Beatty, the leader at the time. Had a little bit of work to do to get around him today.
Oh yeah, it was a good race. I thought I showed him the nose down there, and they had that caution, and I said, man, he's going to jump down and block me. And I figured it was going to be hard, but. And the car was just working pretty good, and got a good run and got by him. It was a good race.
And once you got out in front, you do what you normally do. You just kind of walked off with it.
I guess so.
And there he is, race fans, your winner tonight in the Everclear Auto Glass Limited Modified Invitational, the 25C of Cody Smith.